name, Tim?
Yes. It was in the bag with the shirts.
Of course it was. Thank you.
See, oh, you're
On the wrong side?
on the side.
Okay. Got it.
Cross, other route. We will get started here in a couple of seconds, everyone. Again, thank you all for joining. Well, and you all can hear us. Let me bring up the feed. Do one thing.
Curtis, did you do me a favor? I think I left my water out there. Can you give it to me, please? Should be 2 little bottles here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen. And Mary, I will make you a co-host as
Thank you.
well.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Antonio, were you able to pick up my minutes? If not, they're in your mailbox.
Yes, I do have them,
Thank you.
and just hopefully I can display them.
I can explain them. Just
Oh, no, display.
play. Yes. Yes.
You have your minutes.
And I believe the agenda was sent yesterday.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about that virtual as well. Stop sharing. Cause yeah, I got the agenda, yes. It's gonna be a lot better clicking. All right, can everyone see the agenda?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Let's go ahead and get started. We technically do not have a quorum, so we will only go over action items and report statuses. Any business that needs to be enacted upon today, we'll have to defer it. So just wanted to make that clear before we get started. But anyway, I'd like to call the meeting to order this morning at 10:04 a.m. Could I get a motion to adopt our agenda that is presented and that was sent out?
I so move.
Moved by
Second.
Ms. Sheila Murdoch, second
Second.
by Ms. Neva.
Yes.
All right, thank you, ladies, for doing so. All right, we also have a copy of our meeting minutes from last month's general membership meeting from the month of September. Give me one quick second so I can display those, and then we can do a quick review / perusal of those meeting minutes. For those of you all that are online, I will put a link in the chat that will allow you to get access to all of our committee meeting folders. So give me one quick second. I will do that first, and then I will redisplay the meeting minutes. Can you all still see the meeting minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Again, thank you, Secretary Dodoni, in preparing the meeting minutes. I will scroll down slowly so you can take a quick look. And all of our report contents will be listed in the meeting folder that I will drop in the chat here in a couple of seconds.
I would like to comment on the second action item, which reflects something that's written at the top of the minutes. We agreed as a body, general body, at our last meeting to have the videos and the chat transcripts available online. I've talked with Antonio, Vice President Downing, and he is arranging for that to happen. A lot of that may be happening through our YouTube channel, especially the videos. That helps with freeing up storage space, our limited storage space that comes with our web account. Those, some of those are posted, some aren't. I haven't included the links in these minutes. I will add them to these minutes once the links are for the meetings mentioned herein. And for the committee reports are available, and I've confirmed them with Antonio. It's not that he hasn't made them available, but I have not confirmed them yet. And then going forward, we will continue to include links to committee and officer and committee chair reports, and to the videos of committee meetings in the minutes as appropriate, and make those available, published. Antonio, I'd love to have you mentioned at the appropriate time that you're already doing a lot of this via social media, but those are my comments on these minutes. These minutes will be amended to include the links for things that are mentioned herein, once I've confirmed those with Antonio.
Yes, once we get an approval of the meeting minutes, I'll cover that here in a second. All right, based on the meeting minutes that we have presented, could I get a motion to adopt the September meeting minutes, subject to any corrections or changes?
I make that motion.
Motion by Brother Ralph. Could I get a second?
Second.
Second by Linda Davis. Those in favor signify by saying aye, or virtual hand wave.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, so before I go into the committee reports, especially from President Wadi, just as Secretary Dodoni mentioned, we are trying to make all of our report content media more accessible via online presence. As you may see in the meeting chat, the first items that I listed was access to our general membership meeting folder for this month of October. What I want to do is kind of make those links more easily available for each of you all to get access to. That may be in the form of putting it on our website, and or creating a consolidated content page where you all will be able to access those material. Also, as Secretary Dodoni had mentioned, we do have a YouTube page that we are uploading general membership meetings, and also some of the committee meetings based on the committee chair's approval as archive and resource material for the various committees that would like to have their information posted online. I would say President Wadi and I are also taking strides to update our our social media page. So for example, let me drop this in the link as well. I'll put our Facebook page link out there as well. A lot of the content that is created from this organization, I'll put that in the chat. We're trying to make it more visible, not only to our membership, but for the community at large as well. So for example, the last edition of the newsletter that was produced by Judge Barber and the newsletter team, I won't go into all the detail, but we did put that content on our website, and also we placed it on our Facebook page as a link to get to the latest newsletter that we had produced and generated. I will say with the website is not 100% cleaned or updated. President Wadi and I, we are working aggressively to get that updated for you all, to put a lot of the material that all of the committees have been working on. I'm putting a link to our webpage in the chat as well, but we will send all this consolidated content out to you all. The main focus is to provide this information as far as latest update and content, but also for resources for all of our community members as well. So again, that's something that President Wadi and we are working towards, along with the help from all of our committees as well, to make sure that we can make all of our information easy and accessible to not only the membership, but also our community members as well. I know I've been working with a lot of our committee chairs and getting their current web pages for their committees cleaned up. So that is a work in progress. So hopefully we can have that to a close here by the end of the year, to make sure that we are operating efficiently from a web presence standpoint. So I just wanted to kind of spend some time mentioning that before we get into the rest of our committee reports. Any questions in regards to that?
No
right,
question, but a massive thank you. Because I have the secretary's name is associated with the online accounts, I see activity many times a week, late at night, from the work that you two are doing. I want to acknowledge you and thank you.
Yeah, well, a big thanks go to everyone in this organization. Like, for example, I know that Brother Ralph and President Wadi, they attended a, was it like a voter activism at the Anne Arundel Community College this week. So we gathered pictures from that event, and then we were able to post those to our Instagram page and also our Facebook page right after that meeting was concluded. Let me just go in and cover President Wadi's report. Just for you all's information, President Wadi has been extremely busy, as you can see from his report that is being listed. This morning, President Wadi, along with our Community Coordination Chair, Sky Bailey, as representatives of the NAACP, they will be supporting the Pride Parade that should be occurring here shortly in downtown Annapolis. So again, thanks to President Wadi and also Sky Bailey in supporting that effort. But just to cover some of the activities that President Wadi has been involved with, as you can see here presented, September 28th, hosted a youth interest meeting at Odenton Library. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Ms. Sheila Murdoch in working with President Wadi and coordinating these interest meetings. They've held those meetings throughout the month of September on every Sunday, which is also gone into the month of October on Sundays as well. So again, a big thank you to President Wadi and Ms. Sheila Murdoch in hosting those interest meetings. We're getting a little bit of interest, but for those of you that have young people that would benefit from the NAACP in getting them organized, making them aware of different initiatives that we have as an organization, we'd definitely love for you to have them attend the various interest meetings at the various locations. Again, President Wadi attended the mayoral debate that was hosted by the League of Women Voters. I believe, Brother Ralph, you were there as well, having your voter registration table. Again, President Waddy supported another interest meeting for Annapolis High School, along with Ms. Sheila Murdoch. President Waddy also attended the ACT Housing meeting, probably in coordination with Linda as well. So thank you, Linda, for the work that you're doing with ACT on the NAACP's behalf. This meeting that was held on October 3rd. So we learned about the county's plan to initiate an apology for slavery via a press release in which the NAACP, Caucus of African American Leaders, Human Relations Commissions were listed as sponsors of that event, of that proposed apology scenario. As soon as President Waddy found that Facebook release post, he had went back to contact the county to get more clarity on how that came about, because during President Waddy's term, this was something that was not on his radar. So this was an item that was discussed at our executive committee meeting. I think as the NAACP, before signing on to this, we just wanted to get clarity and more information on what this apology event was going to be more about. And I know that President Waddy has been contacted the county just to get clarity on the NAACP's role in that event. I believe this came about during previous President Reverend Jones' tenure. It was a request that was made as far as a reparations policy apology and apology for slavery. And it appears that the county just got around to setting up this press release or this event, which was originally scheduled for November 1st, but I see that it has been moved to November 22nd. So it was initiated during Reverend Jones. County just initiated an event for this year, 2025. So as kind of circling back around, President Waddy is just trying to get a full understanding of how this all has transpired. I know that Secretary Dodoni, I don't know if President Waddy has talked to you about this, but just wanted to make sure that folks were aware how that came about.
Yes, thank you. The notice came as a surprise to the HRC as well, and we were able to track back with Director Smith how that originated, and it was a while back in time. But President Waddy has remained in conversation with me as we both looked at this. Thank you.
Yes. Again, on October 5th, President Waddy attended the Fannie Lou Hamer Awards at the Maryland Hall. That event celebrated women in the county and the city of Annapolis on the outstanding work that they're doing in regards to civil rights and human rights in the community. So President Waddy was present with it. As I mentioned, and as Mary discussed, Ms. Asha Smith, she's the coordinator for the county on the county's apology event. So President Waddy has been in communications with her. I know that President Waddy received a release for the administrative letter from our NAACP national organization. So we are officially, well, we have been, but we received the letter in writing that we are officially off of administratorship as a local branch. So just wanted to report that as a transparency item. Last Saturday, the NAACP, along with friends of the late Miss Bertina Nick and the Naptown Anti-Dope Movement and educators from the J. Alberts Academy did a cleanup exercise of the NAACP Freedom Grove. I believe, where is this, downtown Annapolis?
No, it's right off of Clay Street.
Okay.
I was there. Jennifer and her family were there
Okay.
from the NAACP.
So, wow. So I saw some of the pictures from that event. So definitely thank you to Brother Ralph, Jen, President Waddy. those others that were there in support of that event. The Freedom Grove looks very, very nice. I believe there is a plan to go back in the spring to do some additional cleanup. So again, oh, I'm sorry. President Wadi is on. Sorry to steal your thunder, sir. I can turn it over to you. I thought you were in the middle of parade prep. You want me to keep going? All right, I'll keep going because I know, like I said, President Wadi has been wearing many hats. Again, as I mentioned before, we're holding Sunday interest meetings at various locations in the county, again, with support of Ms. Sheila Murdoch. President Wadi also spoke to a Washington Post reporter in regards to the apology. So again, this apology scenario, even in the last two bullets, we spoke with Honorable Carl Snowden from the Caucus of African American Leaders, just to make sure that from African American standpoint that we have complete coordination with this event that is being initiated by the county. Just want to make sure everyone is on board as far as what the expectations are going forward. On this past week, President Wadi, along with Brother Ralph Thomas, and I believe you had someone else from the
Linda Davis was also.
Oh, Linda. Okay,
She was also
Linda
on the
Davis. Yes. So President Wadi and also Linda Davis were on a panel in which they spoke at the Anne Arundel County Community College. The name of that panel discussion was "Find Your Activism." Linda, any light you want to shed from the panel discussion that you participated in?
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I represented showing up for racial justice, Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Stephen was with me there as the NAACP, and CASA was there, Annapolis Pride, at the community college, and someone from the American Humanist Association. And so it was a great panel, and there were about 20 students in the audience, young people, and there were people on the Zoom, which we couldn't see how many. So I think it was engaging. The students were engaged, and we said, they have found their activism because there's some hate groups there at Anne Arundel Community College, and they were vocal about it. The students had a sit-in and developed a petition against that group, and so the students are doing great, and hopefully we gathered some interest in maybe some youth joining the branch.
All right, awesome.
About 3 applications.
Okay, you gave a 3 voter
Registered.
registration, and you registered 2.
Registered 1. I'm sorry.
Register 1. Well, hey, 1 registered is a great start as well. So again, thank you, Linda, for that great outbrief, and also thank you, Brother Ralph, in letting us know about the person that you were able to get registered. The items that you see below that President Wadi has in his report are just kind of upcoming events as we are here on October 18th. Again, we're in our current general body meeting, which is hybrid/virtual. Delegate Sandy Bartlett is hosting a community health and resource parade that is going to be held at the Laurel Racetrack. We, as an organization, we may try to stop by just to visit that event. I know that there's going to be several vendors there presenting various forms of information in regards to health. I believe President Wadi may try to stop by, or other members. So it's at the at the Laurel Racetrack down at Laurel. I may try to swing by on my way from the meeting just to check it out. Again, currently ongoing, the Annapolis Pride Parade. I think I see from President Wadi's video that he's actively marching with the supporters of the event. So thank you to President Wadi and also Sky Bailey. Just to also announce that Brother Ralph, your organization, the Alpha Phi Alpha organization, is hosting a scholarship ball this evening,
Yes.
October 18th. Again, just wanted to put that on everyone's radar. And then the next upcoming event on October 25th The Maryland Lynching Memorial Project will hold its 8th annual Lynching in Maryland Conference. That will again occur on Saturday, October 25th. The time is 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. At the Reginald F. Lewis Museum of African American History and Culture in downtown Baltimore. So again, just thanks to President Waddy and all the various, I'm gonna hit that next, and the various committee chairs, and also our organizational members that have been supporting him throughout, representing the NAACP in the county, the NAACP in the county. So again, thanks to President Waddy and his very detailed report. Any questions or any further comments? All right, seeing none, I will stop sharing that. The next report, I do not have a physical written report, but if you give me 30 seconds, I do have something else that I would like to talk about. Be with you in 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right. Hopefully, can you all see my screen that is presented?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all. All right. So my first vice president's report. So as you all may know, we are coming up on our 50th annual Freedom Fund banquet gala that will occur on Friday, November 7th at the DoubleTree Hotel. The doors will open at 6 p.m. And we'll probably go until a little bit before 10 p.m. But again, hopefully we can get under the 10 p.m. mark. So many of you all may have received an email from me. You may have received from our social media page on promoting this event. I'll just cover the highlights and the details of the event, and then we'll circle back to the honorees. So the tickets for this event is $100 per person. Our keynote speaker for the event will be Annapolis's very own Maryland State Senator Shanika Henson. The MC for the event will be Ms. Cara Burnett of WMAR. So again, we are excited to have those two ladies shepherding us through that event. The theme of this year's Freedom Fund banquet is the urgency of now. This was a theme that we carried over from the national organizations event, in which, as we all can tell on events that are transpiring in our country in this day and time, there's an urgency of now. That now meaning just being aware of being cognizant of what is happening in our country and throughout the world as we speak. During that event, we will be recognizing the following honorees that you see listed on the flyer. Just want to give a shout out to the President's Award honoree, Reverend Marguerite Morris. She did a fantastic job in developing this flyer. So again, just want to give her credit. And again, congratulations on your award. The Chairperson's Award will go to former Anne Arundel County Councilman Darrell Jones, Esquire. He's been doing a fantastic job in the work that he's doing with the Restorative Justice Coalition. Also, our Freedom Fund Award would go to Ms. Asan Powell. She has been very active and engaged in a lot of the restorative justice activities that have been occurring in the Annapolis Old Fourth Ward initiatives. Our Humanitarian of the Year Award will go to our very own executive committee member, treasurer, Ms. Jennifer Roman. Jen has been doing a magnificent job in maintaining our finances, keeping us financially astute and aware. So, but she's been doing countless other activities that we definitely would like to recognize her. Our Business of the Year Award would go to Image Power Inc., which is the CEO is Mr. Carol Henson Jr. Those of you all that are from Annapolis may be familiar with Mr. Henson Not only is he a business owner, but on the weekend, he is a local DJ legend at is it HRO? I know. When you see his bio, you will see the full extent of his contributions to the community. So we do have some youth award honorees that we're in the process of finalizing those youth award individuals. As soon as we get that information locked in, we will definitely present that to the general public. But again, we are actively selling tickets. As you can see here, this is the actual website. If you click on this button, click here to buy tickets. It will take you to the page to buy tickets. Just scrolling down slightly. We are also selling ads. So if you or a representative of your organization would like to purchase the ad, you can get a full page ad at $250, half page at $125, quarter page at $100, business card page at $75. So you can contribute that way. Or if that is a little too rich for your personal finances, we do have an opportunity in you buying a patron. A lot of times these patrons, if you want to recognize someone as a memorial, point of reflection, you can purchase a patron ad at various sponsorship, platinum, gold, silver, bronze supporter. So we have various opportunities for you to support us during this year's 50th annual Freedom Fund event. One other thing that I'd like to mention is that last year we started what is called the Alsop and Stansberry Scholarship Award, in which we would select two individuals from our community, preferably seniors in high school, to be recipients of that award. That award is being administered and reviewed by our very own membership chair, Ms. Christine Davenport. The communication that I sent out did include the application packet for that Alsop and Stansberry Scholarship Award. I know that we have a very tight turnaround time. I think it's next Sunday, in which she's looking for all responses, in which she's looking to vet those applications. And the hope is to have the winners to be present at the Freedom Fund banquet, where there will be a special ceremony for them and being recognized and being awarded. Any questions on the Freedom Fund banquet? Also, for those of you, if you do not feel comfortable with purchasing tickets online, Antonio Downing, do have paper tickets. So please feel free to connect with me if you would like a paper ticket.
Antonio.
Right.
Hey, good
Yes.
morning, everyone. I'm in a vehicle that's got a lot of noise behind it. I just wanted to re-emphasize, thank you all so much for your kind words, and we're looking forward to this event. But the theme is actually the fierce urgency of now. So as you communicate that out, if you won't just add the word fierce, FIERCE, urgency of now, and I think our president would appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My apologies. I think I have a slightly dated flyer, but I will make the appropriate update. Thank you.
I have a comment though about the Freedom Fund banquet.
Yes.
Just briefly, I don't know if Reverend Morris is in charge of the ticket sales or the ad sales or anything like that, but I know from a communication standpoint, and maybe it's my cellular service, but I tried about 5 times to reach Reverend Morris, and the phone rang one time and went to voicemail, and I never heard back. And it was like I sent several text messages too. So I don't know if other vendors or advertisers are having the same issue, but for purposes of connecting with especially advertisers. I don't know what the situation is in terms and how that's impacting the sales of the Freedom Fund banquet.
Okay, I mean, we can work through that. Also on the flyer, I have my phone number listed as well.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because I've gotten emails from her, but that's it.
Also, if you check on the flyer, it does say where to send the ads. And it's to Antonia and to my email.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
Yeah.
remember putting it in the newsletter too. Thank you.
Yeah, if you go down on the website, Judge Bart, we do have means on how to contact individuals on the website itself.
Very good. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Were there any other questions? I'm tracking the comments in the Zoom. Thank you. Thank you, Linda, for putting the link in. Any other comments or questions? Again, we're trying to sell. As we'll hear here in a second, you'll understand the reason why, because that gives us the opportunity to support other initiatives. So again, thank you for your time, and let me go on to the next report. The next report is Jen on. If not, no problem. Give me 1 second. Share. All right. So before you, you have the end of September treasurer's report that is listed on our shared screen, and also you'll see a copy of it in our report. Yeah, so we have Jen's hot standby and associate. Brother Ralph Thomas is here with us, and so Brother Ralph, if you wouldn't mind covering the treasurer's report.
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you. Beginning of the month, this is for the month of September, we had $22,733.53 in the account. Beginning of September, September the 1st, you can see the expenses and income that we utilized during the month of September. The total deposits during the month of September, $1,236.72. And total withdrawals was $643.24. And currently we have an outstanding check. And once we subtract the outstanding check for the bank balance, the end of the month, we had $23,315.51. That's 23,315.51 in our checking account as of the end of September.
All right. Thank you, Brother Ralph, in covering the treasurer's report. We will accept the treasurer's report as a point of note and a point of record, subject to audit. Again, thank you and Jen and the Finance Committee, and also Ms. Neva in preparing these reports. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Did we ever get a check for the Chipotle fundraiser yet?
So the check for the
Yes,
Chipotle.
Yes.
That was in October.
Yeah, in October.
Yeah, you'll see that.
Okay.
This is, I think the check, I think at the end of the event, I think there's a couple days in which they'll disperse the check.
Yes.
And I think that check, you will see that in the month of October.
Yes.
That's correct. Okay. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Brother Ralph. Thanks, Jen. Thank you, Ms. Neva. All right. Now let's go to our committee reports. Before we go to our committee reports, just want to take, go ahead.
A note on the Secretary's report. The national portal has some difficulties, so I haven't been able to reach the membership database. Therefore, the Secretary's report, which is the membership report for the month, is delayed. I will certainly submit it to the Executive Committee as soon as I can get access again through the national portal.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mayor. My apologies for missing the secretary's report. Real quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a point of recognition in the loss of some members near and dear to our heart. All right, so first, just like for you all to lift up in prayer our treasurer, Miss Jen Roman's mother, Miss Margaret Mary Cannon. She passed recently. So again, just wanted to let you all know about that. The memorials. Yeah. The memorial service for Jen's mother will be held on Sunday, tomorrow, October 19th, at 1 p.m. at Callis Funeral Home and Crematory. This will be taking place in Edgewater. The address is 2973 Solomon's Island Road in Edgewater, Maryland, in which the memorial service will begin. The time of the memorial service is at 2 p.m. But again, we just wanted to express our condolences to Jen and her family during this time. So if you all have a chance to just send Jen a note, we do have a card here that we will sign. But for those of us present, we may hold off for others to sign as well. Oh, okay. I mean, but we can get the card to her.
Yeah, you can sign it representing your place.
Yeah, I'll sign the card. Yeah. All right. And also, many of you all may have heard about the passing of one of our more active members, Brother Patrick Flaherty. Brother Patrick passed on October 9th. Many of you all know, as Brother Ralph would go out and do his voter registration drive activities around the county, Brother Patrick was there in full Anne Arundel County NAACP gear, always giving back to the community, supporting us throughout our meetings. I know that I've seen him, here many of times on our virtual platform. So again, just wanted to hold up Brother Patrick and his family in our prayers. Just have a quick snippet from a write-up. Brother Patrick was active for years at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Annapolis. He was also very instrumental when the Anne Arundel Acting Together Act was formed and initialized. I know Linda can kind of speak to his involvement with ACT. And also, he was a very great supporter of the Anne Arundel County NAACP. So again, we're definitely going to miss Brother Patrick, not only in spirit, but also in his contributions to the city of Annapolis and Anne Arundel County for that matter. So again, let's keep him in our thoughts and prayer. In regards, will we be preparing a resolution? I know we had discussed that, Judge Barber, at our executive meeting.
Yes,
We'll just have to...
I'm supposed to be doing it, so I'm working on it.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for that update. Also, one of our attendees at our annual Freedom Fund banquet, she was also a active participant in the Caucus of African American Leaders. I understand that Miss Claudia DeGrade passed on this past Wednesday. No, she did. She passed. So just wanted to let everyone know who may have been familiar with her. My understanding, she was at the last Caucus of African American Leaders meeting that I got word from. So again, we want to keep her family in our prayers as well. All right. Dr. Gomez, good to see you. All right. But first up for our committee reports, let me get back to our reports. Oh, someone's trying to dial me. Don't worry about that. I think we are doing business. Give me 1 second. Is there 1 second, ladies and gentlemen? And I will start sharing. All right, so first up, we have committee report, Armed Service and Veterans Affairs. So without any further delay, our good friend, Mr. Gunny Curtis Jones will give us an update on Veterans Affairs. Gunny, if I could get a favor from you, if you were to go on this side, the folks can see your fabulous handsome face as you're giving your presentation. And also just want to thank Gunny for allowing us to use the American Legion for all of our meetings. So again, without any further delay, Little Gunny Jones.
Yep.
That's good. They can see, I see you, handsome as ever.
Okay. Well, this morning I don't have a report, but I do have some information about the Willows project that's being built next door to the American Legion. On the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd of this month, they'll be taking applications here at the American Legion from 9 to 2 on those days. So if you bring your information, go to their website and you bring your information and all your application information, and they'll take that information and they'll be handing your applications for apartments on the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. And that time again is from 9 to 2.
All right.
And the VA is open. The VA hospital, the vet centers, they are open and functioning. And the 988 hotlines are open. In spite of what you've been told, those facilities are open and taking calls. That's all I have. If you have any questions, I'll take them now.
All right. Thank you, Gunny. Again, thank you for giving us the announcement of the Willows.
The Willows.
I know that has been an initiative that you've been working on for quite some time, and now that is finally about to open officially once the applicants are vetted and approved. Again, thank you to your hard work in bringing that new housing initiative to fruition. So I know you and several other community partners have been working.
Yeah, Senator Sheikah Henson is a little supporter of that project. She was a backbone of it.
Yes. So, well, thank you. Any questions for our Armed Services Chair, Mr. Gunny Jones? As always, thank you for your service.
Okay.
Thank
All
you
right.
for allowing the NAACP branch to use the facilities for our general membership meeting. Greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Judge Barber, since you are actively have an open mic, we're next going to Communications Committee report.
Thank you, everyone. The only, I don't have any action items, but the only report I have right now is that the TikTok account did get off the ground as President Wadi had requested for the branch. And two, the newsletter did get published and distributed on time the week of October 6th. And the hard copies were hand delivered to President Wadi, I believe that same week. I was able to use the I found a special business solutions discount. So I only made 20 copies because the newsletter is 36 pages. This edition of the fall 2025 edition. But I was able to get at least 20 copies of it for under $100 using this special discount. So I don't know. I'll go at the direction of the branch on whether or not more hard print copies are advisable, depending upon the distribution of them. This particular edition, we did, of course, uh, focus on the Freedom Fund Gala and the awardees or the honorees for 2025. We also had a lead article on driving while Black, watching while white, and that was followed by another article on traffic stops and racial profiling in 2025, Driving While Black, the Black Perspective. The president's message gave us a wonderful overview of the current climate in the country and how it's so important for the NAACP branch to get to work and remain active. We also, in this edition, provided an evaluation of the Anne Arundel County State's Attorney's Office. We addressed whether or not over the past decade the office addressed the needs of the community. We focused on the case of Tyreek Hudson. We focused on the case of C.J. Carroll. And we focused on Reverend Morris's case. We also highlighted the Arundel Mills Chipotle fundraising event and Dr. Gomez's article, Evidence-Based Vaccine Policy in the United States, is also part of this edition. And Mrs. Shay Cook did a fantastic job. She also appeared on my podcast, but also she actively participated in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, a national initiative that helps entrepreneurs create jobs and economic opportunity. And she gives us a snippet of what that program was about. So we're so proud of her work and her accomplishments there. The Kunta Kinte Festival was also spotlighted or showcased. We also highlighted, and don't forget, we have a workers' compensation symposium coming up on November 12th, 6:30 to 9 p.m. at the American Legion Post where we're holding the meeting now. The special guest will be Dr. Timothy Frazier of Premier Orthopedics and attorney Maya Wells. We also have an opinion article from Reverend Tillett, From Katrina to the Present, How We Keep Failing the Test. We also spotlighted the City of Annapolis primary elections. We also spotlighted the Fannie Lou Hamer honorees. And we also spotlighted social justice editorial on Catherine Mars, Deserving Justice, Not Loopholes. We also provided an article on the effects of the statewide housing challenge on Anne Arundel County. And we spotlighted in a major way all of the voting registration efforts of Ralph Thomas and President Waddy at many events surrounding the county. So please to pick up, and we also in memoriam remembered our pioneer in public transportation, Mr. Samuel Jordan, who passed away, as well as Dr. Earl Richardson, the 9th president of Morgan State University, serving that university for 26 years. So we finally captioned NAACP Black Consumer Advisory and noted Maryland Emancipation Day and some likely changes in U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission policy on disparate impact cases. So it's a full packed edition, and be sure to open the link and you have an opportunity to read everything that's in there. We hope you again enjoy our newsletter. Thank you. That would conclude my report.
Awesome. Thank you. Good job, Judge Barber. See, Secretary Dodona, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I do. If the decision is made to print additional copies, and if it can live with something that's run off a pretty heavy duty home computer size to handle 8.5 by 11 brochures, it actually prints 17 by 22, and then we fold them in half and staple them in the center. But it's color. I will be glad to do that at cost. That is the cost of the paper. Just let me know. if you would like that.
Awesome. Thank you for that offering. We'll definitely be going that direction. We'll definitely ask. Yes, good.
Yeah,
Dr. Gomez.
beautifully done, Judge Barber. I think the mention of TikTok though, because everybody, especially young people, access all this information digitally. The link, I read it on the link and I thought it was just spectacular. So I wouldn't worry as much about the printed copy, just some kind of connection through maybe a TikTok. That we could push that forward. What do you think?
Agreed, yes.
Means that we'll have to do some type of infomercial in order to sell it. Maybe some recent interviews of some of the authors, and maybe getting someone to package it up in a video, like a 30 or 30 multiple 30-second videos to put on TikTok to draw interest to it. So I think that is definitely a good idea. As you all see before you, this is a link to our current webpage, even though it's not finalized. We do have some, I guess, top level resource access to material that you can click on, as Judge Barber had mentioned with the newsletter. For those of you all that can see the link, if you click on newsletter, it actually takes you to her newsletter page, in which within the newsletter page itself, it has front and center her current article that she discussed in her newsletter presentation. But also, if you scroll down a bit, for those of you who know business owners, or if you personally would like to advertise in the newsletter, we have various ad opportunities for you to purchase ads in the quarterly newsletter. So we have that section here on the newsletter page. But also, just want to give Judge Barber and her newsletter team a hand in some of the historical articles that she has created. These historical newsletter articles, if you were to click on it, will take you to the digital version of those newsletters. As you can see here, there are about 18 articles that Judge Barber and the newsletter team put a lot of emphasis and effort on. So we're trying to do a better job of presenting all of the work that not only Judge Barber's committee, but all of our committees are doing in an organized fashion. But as a part of your promotion and spreading the word of the newsletter, please send them to our website so they can get access to all of our archive material that we have generated. I see Ms. Murdoch, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I don't know if everyone saw that President Wadi indicated that Ms. Banks is running the TikTok with regard to Dr. Gonzalez's inquiry.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, Dr. Gomez. All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Murdoch. Thank you for bringing that forward. All right.
One other afterthought that I had about the newsletter, and that is I was not aware until this week that one of the days this week, and it may have been yesterday or day before, it marked the anniversary of the date that the Olympic players raised their fists in protest in the Olympics. And as a civil rights organization, I think we should give greater attention to that legacy and embrace it and let them know that we consider them heroes because they did it at a time when they received fierce backlash. And but it's that type of boldness and energy that should be recognized and appreciated. And quite frankly, the country owes them an apology. But the point is that they were doing that in solidarity, and we hopefully will be able to provide them coverage in upcoming newsletters on their legacy and the importance of what they did in the civil rights struggle. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for mentioning that. We will. You said it was it was a memorial as of yesterday. It was
Something like that. Because it's I remember the players were Carlos,
Lewis.
John Carlos and
yes.
Tommy.
John Carlos. Okay. All right. So thank you, Judge Barber, for that reminder. What President Wadi or I will do, we'll find some material on that and we'll place it on our Instagram page and it will go to our Facebook page. So we will do that.
Super. Okay, 1968 Olympics Black Power salute. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely put that up and
thank you.
Show of hands.
I have just received a text message from Tracy Parker Warren, who is online with us. And she wanted to say something, but doesn't think she can be heard. And I note that, Tracy, you're shown as muted. Can you unmute or do you need, I don't know if that I can unmute you.
Oh, okay. I saw that she was on.
It
go
says
ahead.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much. It's late now, but I wanted to chime in and just say to Mr. Jones to thank him so much for his service and everything he does for the community and everything he does for the organization. I think he's amazing. I cannot see him to second Mr. Downing saying that he's handsome as ever, but I'm sure he is. And I just wanted to give a virtual pat on the back to him. Thank you.
Oh yes, he's coming forward for an encore. He's shy. Trust me. He's a man of business. Step forward. Step forward. Just wave your hand. There you go. All right. Again, thank you for that. Parker Warren. Gunny Jones.
Thank you.
He has on fatigue bottoms today, so he's all business. Thank you. And again, let's get back to our reports. Again, thank you, Judge Barber. Community. I know Sky is currently with President Wadi in attending the Pride Parade, but we do have ACT. So Linda, give me 30 seconds, no, actually 2 seconds, and your report will be ready for you to present. All right, over to you, Linda.
Great, good morning. Thank you so much. And it's just briefly, the ACT team, the housing team is the most active and following any legislation related to housing in the county and currently looking at the tiny homes development bill presented by Councilperson Smith. And so still evaluating that bill and what's happening with it. And then the ACT is doing some listening campaigns around the county. And then there's the Maryland Just Power Alliance, and they are also getting structured and getting a vision and mission. We're part of them, along with the other ACT organizations from Montgomery County and Howard County. They're called Action in Montgomery and People Acting Together in Howard. There's no action items, and thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for all the work that you're doing on behalf of the NAACP with ACT. I know you wear 30 other hats as well, but again, thank you for this very detailed report. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We had up next, apology.
Economic activity.
How about economic empowerment?
Yes. I was about to call that. I need to bring up my cousin's report.
Yes, sir. Good morning. I'm here. Hello.
What's going on, cousin Shay?
I'm exhausted, so I'm about to be, hopefully I'm not burning out, but I'm good. I'm here, so thank God. So good morning, good people. My report's there. I'm not gonna go over all of it because it's there. You can read it at your own leisure. But our initiative number one is we're updating our business promotion, and it should say Arundel Green Book. So we're gonna update that. But we actually got an application from a business to promote them on our social media, do a feature. So more to follow on that. I have my social media coordinator for my business. I'm actually going to pay her to do some social media posts for you guys. So more to follow on that. So I want to be able to support that. And then we talked about during our meeting, the proposed healthcare boycott and how we could support that if that moves forward or not. But anyway, we can. There's a political action committee being formed at Central Maryland Chambers, so keeping that on our radar. And then just really action items is really the identifying businesses to help update and continue to update our Arundel Green Book, which Jen Roman is helping with that, and again promoting Black and Brown businesses in our area. So as we get those social media posts this week, I'll share that with you, Antonio and President Wadi, so we can get those up on social, and in any way I can help with that. So that's my report for today. Thank you. Oh, I was going to
Thank you,
ask.
Shay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, good.
Please send me just an email for advertising the gala Freedom Fund and Central Maryland Chambers world of thousands of participants or members, as we call them. I would love to pay for an ad through their email distribution list. So if you could send me like an email reminder, I'll put that forward this week.
Okay, I'll send that to you today. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Thank you, guys.
Let's see, Mary, did you have your hand raised?
Yes, I have a question for Mrs. Cook. Hi, Shay.
Hi, Mary.
I heard you say Black and Brown businesses. I remember Reverend Tillett when he first published his book, he'd say, "I'm called Black," and then he'd pull off his shoe and hold it next to his face and say, "I'm really brown." I also remember that in the initial publication of the Arundel Green Book, it was clearly limited to African American entrepreneurs and business owners, not Hispanic business owners. Could I ask you for clarification of where the policy is now?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I need to discuss that, I guess, with the executive committee, President Wadi and Antonio and everybody. But I would say that it is majority African American. I know some Black Americans that say they brown and vice versa. So that's why I say Black and brown now. I consider myself Black, especially after everything's going on in the world. That's something we need to discuss. I would say personally, we should include all our BIPOC communities. So Black, Indigenous, people of color, I would think, but I'm not going to say I'm going to make that decision on my own. I think we can have that conversation offline or now, whenever. So.
Thank you for considering it.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for bringing it up, Mary. We'll have a discussion about that and expanding the Green Book, our participants. So definitely great idea. Thank you. As always, Shay, I know that you're running a marathon as always. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Next, Education Committee, Mary.
Can you put up the report?
Yes. You just sent, I got hold on.
I sent it for the executive committee meeting. So that would have been Wednesday.
Okay. My apologies.
I'm sorry.
I got executive. If you have access to it, Mary, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling through. Hold on.
You know, I think I do. That's going to take me a moment too, just a moment.
Oh, it was an email format? Okay, hold on, I got you. All right, hold tight. I just need to transcribe it into a PDF. Is this it?
Not seen yet. And there it is. Thank you.
All right, I'll turn it into a PDF soon after, but go ahead.
And I'll do it beforehand next time. And our October meeting, we meet on the first Thursday of every month, most every month. In our October meeting, we had the executive director of the Anne Arundel County Literacy Council present. It was a very impressive presentation. That Literacy Council focuses on literacy for adults. I see Ms. Leah Green is online with us right now, and she came to that meeting as well because she has worked with groups to ensure we have books to get into the prisons and into the halfway houses, and is concerned about literacy and the way it's holding people back. The education committee is very aware that students graduate out of Anne Arundel County schools as the public schools, I can only speak to, as they do out of public schools across the country and across the state, actually unable to read at a level that allows them to go anywhere near achieving their potential in their adult life. And the Literacy Council focuses on adult literacy. It has a huge book sale. Next book in the fall, and next year we will have our pickings of the unsold books to bring into our book giveaway events. We are invited to volunteer if we wish to. It could be behind the walls, it could be with adults needing literacy. The executive director, Ms. Jane Cease, is eager to coordinate with us, and I want the branch to be very aware of that. I will keep you informed of developments as I, at least, as for the education committee, continue to work with her. At our next meeting, we're going to have Mr. Kevin Potts. He's our literacy initiative specialist from Scholastic Books. We purchase books from Scholastic that are clustered, bunched into bundles frequently, and then individual books as well, based on topics we specify. We have a great number of bilingual books. We're especially good at providing those to the public at no cost. And we ask for emphasis on civil rights and emotional, social, and BIPOC issues, and they provide those for us. Again, at a deeply reduced price. They have a whole literacy model behind them. We're giving away books. We need to translate books into literacy. And Mr. Kevin Potts will be addressing all of that with us at our upcoming meeting. Again, it's on the first Thursday. Notice will go out to the entire membership. We hope anyone who's interested can participate. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for your education committee report. Any questions? Great job, Mary. Great job. All right, let me balance to, so environmental, climate and justice. I know that Dr. Garrett, I think she is still in the, I don't think she's on travel, but I don't think she had any action items for us. But again, just want to thank Dr. Garrett. I know she's been heavily involved in a lot of the environmental issues around the county. But at this point in time, she does not have any report information for us. Going to Finance Committee report, Ms. Neva, anything to add?
Nothing to add. I routed the report, Finance Committee, we met, and as you can see, everything balanced out.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Ms. Neva. Again, Freedom Fund report. I did give my report and plea for your support in my president's report. but I will do it one more time for those of you all that just recently joined us. Give me 30 seconds. Again, Freedom Fund Banquet will be occurring on Friday, November 7th at the Doubletree Hotel in Annapolis. Again, for those of you all who just joined us, thank you for joining our meeting today. Here's a link to our website for the Freedom Fund Banquet. As it was communicated to me earlier, the real title should be The Fierce Urgency of Now. We will update the flyer graphic for the theme of this year's event. Again, for those of you all who just joined, I'll put the link back in the chat. And we will be sending more rounds of email. My apology for spamming your inboxes, but this year is going to be a significant event in which we're definitely. Again, if you have any questions, please feel to contact me, Antonio Downing. My email is antonio.downing@gmail.com. My phone number is listed. My personal cell is listed on the flyer, 571-217-1506. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And again, thank you in advance for your support. All right, going to Health Committee. Now, we did have Dr. Gomez in the room with us a second ago. He is actually, you are super fast, Dr. Gomez, online. Give me a second so I do have your Health Committee report. So
excellent.
Launch that for you, and without any further delays, floor is yours, Dr. Gomez.
Thank you. So the focus that I've tried to bring to what to what we're doing with the committee is really to host legislators and leaders that are impacting how health is currently being advocated for minoritized communities around the county and the state. And so we had this very, very valuable, I thought, discussion with Delegate Sandy Bartlett. And she's very dynamic. And I guess what I really want to communicate to everyone is that, you should check out the live stream because of this one key aspect of it. I think is that she listened to our dialogue to hear what the feedback is on how we actually experience the contributions made by legislators, and then took suggestions on what she could do to put forward legislation that would meet our goals. So, I mean, nothing could be more directly connected to making an impact on what we're trying to accomplish, right, in the NAACP. For that reason alone, I think getting these delegates together with the Zooms is valuable. Beyond that, we specifically talked about there's a lot of new medications for sickle cell, and how do we get the education out to our communities of color, and judge how information is disseminated and where centers are resourced versus where our populations exist, which unfortunately often doesn't match. It's like they're deaf to the realities of being in the state, when the challenges of bringing together resources like program to facilitate medications for sickle cell is located in areas that are not the heaviest populated by black citizens or black residents. So these things came out of the discussion, and I thought it was very useful. And then the president of the National Alliance on Mental Health for the county, Kia Chandler, talked about how she is going to bring forward sort of a new awareness to how mental health impacts the Black community and minoritized communities around the county too, which is a great commitment to have them make. I recently joined their board. They're hearing us when we're saying, look, if you hold the events in places where these communities can't access them, or at times when our folks can't get there on a regular basis because of transportation, because of the day of the week, et cetera, and they're being, they're being sensitized to these challenges. Again, I think that's a valuable contribution that they help, that these leaders are helping to to help bring forward. And on a similar note, we're going to have our next plan bi-monthly is hopefully going to include Delegate Gabriel Acevero, who is both Black and Puerto Rican, which goes to the point that was just brought up a little while ago about what the Green Book is going to include. But the issues there that he's been a champion of around health include mental health as well. We're gonna try to have him review benefits that we have not, we were not all aware are benefits to us, including free prostate cancer screening, enhanced oversight over how hospitals are attending to minoritized communities in their care, and also how mental health services are being expanded. All of these things can inform how they'll impact our community. So that's going to be December the 2nd. I welcome everybody that can pop in to listen and bring their 2 cents and learn something, because these folks are championing the things that we're trying to get done, and so they are our conduits to having our message heard and push forward. And with that, I'll just say thank you for all the support. I'm extremely excited about the idea that we can use TikTok now. I think the reality is that's how our younger people absolutely do not read written material. That's opportunities and also challenge. But I thought that the periodical is beautifully done, and I can't say enough about how important communicating all of the stuff that we do is, and promoting our work. So I'll conclude there. Thank you for the moment to share with you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gomez. Definitely appreciate all the work you're doing in the health field. Doctor, you bring a very unique perspective and bringing us the information that we desperately need for our communities. Also, I just wanted to, I put in the chat, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're in the process of upgrading all of the committee pages, unique websites. And as Dr. Gomez had mentioned previously, I put a link to our health committee's webpage. Again, we're still in the process of making some refinements. But if you could see my screen share here, these are the monthly meetings Dr. Gomez has hosted throughout this calendar year. As he had mentioned, the last meeting, which was from the month of October, we've also uploaded it to our YouTube page as well. So you can go back and click on that meeting segment to get some of the information that he presented, that he discussed with Delegate Bartlett, and also the NAMI chair, Ms. Kia Chandler. So again, as Dr. Gomez conducts his meetings, we will then post them in the digital format, so you'll have a chance to go back and take a look at. We've also put some resource information on the page that has recommended for us to share with the community, all within his health website. Again, we're still in the refinement process, but we're looking to get it all cleaned up and updated as well. Anything else you'd like to share, Dr. Gomez?
Yeah, I think, I mean, lastly, I'll add, because you're very complimentary and you give me a lot of credit. Just know that for everybody that's dialing in or watching these things, they're being basically, I'm hosting and kind of adding my 2 cents from the standpoint of being a physician. But what's beautiful and valuable, I think, is to have these folks come in here and lead the discussion on how they're contributing, so that we can see we have a lot of allies and potential for making impact that's rich and varied, and we're all being educated. I'm being educated about what they're doing and what they can do, and then challenging folks to go a little further and address exactly concerns that come up from discussions with all of you, and and then I also want to just say that part of the reason that I left the meeting is, or the reason why I left the meeting is because I'm driving into DC for the No Kings March, and every little contribution helps. President Wadi mentioned that the one to me in an email that reminded me that there's a No Kings March here tomorrow. So if you can't participate in DC with us today, then do the one tomorrow here. And that'll conclude my comments.
Awesome. Thank you again, Dr. Gomez, and have safe travels down there. All right. Next, we're going to labor.
I have a question. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Raise my hand. This is Shay. So in reference to, I feel like it's the elephant in the room with the shutdown and the cost of medical health care. I wanted to get Dr. Gomez's take on that, and how are we releasing the statement? Did National release a statement? Because I just want to give a quick anecdote. Yesterday, I went by my community center, and literally I walk into the office, the community manager's on the Maryland Health Exchange, and she proceeds to tell me how she might be dropped and how the subsidy's going up. And then last night on the news, they're starting to release, I think it was New York Times, Washington Post, somebody's released, it might've been New York Times, how much more everybody's gonna be paying if they don't approve these subsidies. So I think that's the conversation we need to have, because obviously from the me being an economic empowerment chair, and now the healthcare, it's always been economics is a part of everything. I think we need to have a real conversation on how we're going to help people, even during this time of the government shutdown. I know we got resources out there, National has shared that. But I just wanted to get Dr. Gomez's take on that. Is anybody having, I'm sure, conversations in your world about that? And I know our Maryland leadership, at least the Democratic Party, is standing their ground. So just wanted to add that in there.
So directly to answer your question, my patients and my family is already contacted me about losing their benefits, insurance coverage, because they were part of benefiting through ACA, and so as things are pared down, they lose their benefits and their coverage, and that's already happening. So honestly, this is the problem, that we are, unless we speak out, unless we vote folks out of office that are doing these bad things, this is just pure evil, man. The impact, our ability to fight these things is diminished. Sandy Bartlett pointed out that legislation that was passed previously in Maryland is basically protecting folks in the short run here in Maryland from losing those benefits that were gained through ACA. Not every state has that. Delaware doesn't have it, for instance. So my family there is out of luck. I could use other words, but they're angry. And so your point is very well taken. Just understand that here in Maryland, part of the reason why we haven't had that kind of negative impact is precisely because people like Sandy Bartlett helped push through legislation to create a requirement of the state to supplant that and to not allow it to be curtailed.
Thank you for that update. Yeah, I was aware of that too. I just know that people either way, they're here or, we got family all around the country, right? So especially I'm a military spouse, so just all the effects on that. I think I haven't heard anything about TRICARE specifically, but I know that a lot of people stuff is going to go up 100, 200, 300%, and especially in the red states. So, all right, well, I'll leave that at that. Thank you, Dr. Gomez.
Also, real quick, we have Gunny Jones, particularly when you talk about TRICARE, he has some inputs to provide. Gunny?
Yeah, as far as TRICARE go, if you're on TRICARE, you can still use your TRICARE benefits. So, because my wife uses TRICARE, I use the VA for medical, but I still use my TRICARE benefits also. And I've talked to folks in different states, they're still using TRICARE. So it all depends on where you're at, like the doc was saying. So what state you're in and where you're going, what's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Especially if a lot of retirees are still using TRICARE.
Yeah, my husband's retired and we have full coverage, thank God. Even though there's a whole story behind that because he had to get additional because it doesn't cover all his specialty services. But yeah, I know that. I didn't know if this is going to affect the premiums because, with the current administration and the department, I'm not calling the Department of War, the Department of Defense, with their leadership, they might start talking to the TRICARE contractors and, try to say, well, we need to raise our healthcare premium. So either way, I just wanted to make a note that it's going to affect everybody, even if you got the best insurance, but the people that obviously on ACA are going to be affected. But I can see other people trying to increase their premiums based off of that as well. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for bringing up that point. Any other comments? Again, thank you, Dr. Gomez, for that great health report. President Wadi said 790 families. Wow, that could be impacted. Again, thank you all for that report. Next, going to labor and industry, Ms. Tracy Parker Warren. You still with us?
Hi, good morning again. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
great. Thank you. I just wanted to maybe remind everyone about the workers' compensation symposium coming up on November 12th. As most of you know, I'm one of the workers' comp commissioners. We have a doctor and a lawyer that will be coming to share information about the process and such. And I'm also trying to plan a rally to support federal workers. I had been able to get information from the state about procuring the venue of Lawyers Mall, just trying to work with the other members of the executive team concerning best dates, whether it could possibly be after a meeting or something like that. We would only be able to have the rally for 2 hours. So I want to make sure that, we do it on a day and time that's really convenient. We can have a good draw. Concerning the symposium coming up on November 12th, I would really appreciate anything you can do to get the word out, to post it on social media and such. I do plan to have some elected officials there, and it would kind of be nice to just make sure that the word gets out to the community, especially folks in the county or teachers that work in the county and public safety. I'm happy to entertain any questions you might have.
Yes. Do you have a flyer for the event, or do you need a flyer created?
I would love a flyer created.
Okay. We'll work with you on getting one created, and then we'll post it immediately on our social media page, and we'll send it out through our normal communications process.
Awesome. Thank you for your support.
Any questions for Ms. Tracy Parker Warren? Labor and Industry, great report. And again, we'll work with you to get the flyer up off the ground, and that way we'll send it to a wider distribution. All right, next let's go to membership. I think I saw the Honorable Christine Davenport. You are online, or we're online. Miss Christine?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Membership committee was Ms. Roman Jen on this morning. Jen
No,
Roman.
she is not on.
Okay. The reason I asked that because she had the final membership list for this month, and I didn't get it from her. But the membership committee, I think, is doing fine. We're a little behind behind schedule, because by this time of the year in November, I think our membership is usually up, but it's a little down compared to last year. But I want to speak mainly today for membership for the scholarship. This is our second year that we will be doing the Alsop and Stanberry Scholarship. And if any of you was at last year Freedom Fund, you notice that we see where we did present the first Alsop and Stanberry Scholarship. And we're very proud of that scholarship because it is the first scholarship that we know that have been given even in the state of Maryland to recognize and honor two of their past presidents. We call Mrs. Alsop and Mr. Stansbury, our two past presidents, the king and queen, and so we don't want their legacy to die. So we create a scholarship that we can keep their legacy moving and letting people not only in the community but around the state of Maryland alive and well and know some of the good work they have done and are still doing for the citizen of Anne Arundel County in the state of Maryland. So this year, we send our applications going out for seniors, graduating seniors, and then seniors must be from Anne Arundel County Public School. And we have some criteria for the kids. We're saying they must have I think it's a 1.5, no, 2.5, 1.5 to 3.0. And we're asking them to write a scholarship on Let Me Tell You Who I Am. And those applications have been sent out to the executive board. And we're sending the applications out through the churches, the community groups, and we're asking, I think Mr. Dowding sent the application to the membership. If not, you will be getting one, because we're going to ask you if you know of a young graduating senior, male or female, if you see that they get those scholarships. But we have a short turnaround time. They need to be back to us in about a week's time. And the award will be presented at the 50th Annual Freedom Fund in November. And the exciting part about this is that we're going to have Mrs. Alsop to pin the incoming senior who will be representing her, and Mrs. Stanberry will pin the legacy pin on the male who will be representing him. And last year, those two kids that got it, you should have seen the parents. They were sitting there crying, and I'm saying, why? They were crying because they felt that the work that Jackie and Mr. Stanberry have done in the community put their kids in such a level that they will remember what community service is all about. So please make sure that you get an application. Please make sure that if you know of a young graduating senior from Anne Arundel Public School, that they get one of these applications and get them back to us by the end of, I think it's by the end of the week or by Monday, short turnaround time. And we're just asking that if you have a senior, that they are there. We are not going to have Jackie or Gerald pending mom or dad for their kids. So if the kid cannot not attend, tell them not to throw the application out, because we're not even going to consider an application if they cannot be there. That is how important and how prestigious we think these awards are. and we want you to see the kid that will be representing Jackie and Gerald in the community. And we're also asking our members to continue encouraging people in your church, in your community, and your circle of people to join the NAACP, because you know that the NAACP membership is the bloodline of who we are, and we are continuing recruiting members every single day. So please help us recruit members and help us recruit seniors that we can have Jackie and Mr. Stansberry, two of our legacy past presidents, pin them at the 50th anniversary that is coming up. But if you did not receive an application, you can email me or call me and I'll see that you get one. Or email Mr. Antonio, because he had the application, and we'll see that you get one. And we hope that you'd help us push this in the community with our kids. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, and thank you, members, for your support and your concerns. That's it.
Thank you, Ms.
Vice President.
Glad to see you're doing well, and again, appreciate your work also. So definitely appreciate it. I know that Miss Jackie Alsip is hiding out in the corner online. So thank you, President Emeritus Alsip. Thank you for being on as well. Let's go to political action. I know that our political action chair, Ms. Kiana Banks, could not be with us today. However, she has been extremely busy. As you can see here from her report, I'll do my best to cover some of the activities, the work that she's been pursuing, her and the rest of the Political Action Committee. First item, we do have a voter's guide for the general election in the city of Annapolis. That election will be on November 4th. So if you are a resident of the city of Annapolis, November 4th will give you an opportunity to select a new mayor, alderwoman, aldermen for your respective wards. So again, Tuesday, November 4th is the general election for the city of Annapolis. As the NAACP, we did send out questionnaires to candidates that are running for those offices. You may want to take a look at their responses or take a look at the page itself. We gave every opportunity for candidates to respond to our questionnaires that for issues that are near and dear to the Anne Arundel County NAACP. Again, you can take a look at their responses or non-responses. But again, we afforded them the opportunity to respond to us. If you click on the plus sign, you can see more of an expansion of their responses to the top level topics that we had asked questions. And here you can click on their full responses as well. This is for all the wards, 1 through 8, I believe. Sorry for going through it very quickly. And then also the mayor's race as well. So if you get a chance, please take a look at that link. Also, you can reach the voter guide responses from our main webpage as well. Let me just flip back to Ms. Kiana's Political Action Committee report. She had her Political Action Committee meeting during the month of September. I believe she had one this past month in October as well. Some of the things that her and the committee have been tracking, they've been tracking some of the legislation with the school board, with the public hearing comments on the redistricting efforts that Secretary Dodoni had spoke about previously. On October 3rd, October 13th, there was supposed to be a public hearing on redistricting. I think that meeting got postponed. I think they reconvened that meeting on October 15th, in which Political Action Committee Chair Kiana Banks did list some of those, kind of a summary of that event. She, along with Secretary Dodoni, have been attending the school board meeting. So again, thank you all. Thank you both for supporting the NAACP and getting the information from those school board meetings. Also on this list, Ms. Banks has a listing of all the county council meetings, the different legislative initiatives that they will be discussing listed in her report. One event that she does have coming up that will be on Saturday, December 6th. So Saturday, December 6th, we have a legislative symposium. The symposium will be held at Asbury Broadneck United Methodist Church. She does have a flyer as well. Give me a quick second and I will present that flyer and we'll get that distributed out to everyone here shortly. With the flyer, like I say, we have a save the date notice on the legislative symposium, which will have various panel members supporting that symposium as well. We'll have a symposium on police accountability, housing affordability, racial health disparities. There is a registration process because we need to account for, as we are serving refreshments, on getting a head count of individuals that will be attending that event. If possible, she would like for you to RSVP for the symposium by November 14th. That day is Friday, November 14th. There's an online registration for that event. Again, the event will take place on Saturday, December 6th, location Asbury Broadneck United Methodist Church. So this will pretty much be an all-day event. Starts at 9 a.m. We'll wrap up at 4 p.m. And again, there is a registration link for that event from our Political Action Committee chair. I will drop it in the chat as well, but we will also send out a notification for that event as well, just to send that as a reminder to you all. And that concludes our Political Action Chair's report. Any questions in regards, in particular, with the upcoming legislation? Any questions? Seeing none. All right. We do have Ms. Leah Green on the call with us. Ms. Leah Green, any report out items from
Yes, yes, please. Good morning. I would like to thank Mary. Mary, thank you for giving me a voice on this. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I could be. I am so interested in the books that we will manage to get to behind the walls. And it would be very helpful if we could get NAACP to help us to get to the Department of Correction to let them know how welcome a lot of behind the walls can use books and anything educational to help our returning citizens come back into society healthy and whole. So it was a good interaction I had with Dorsey Run. The warden allowed me to bring in books that I got from Mary and the Quaker group. And I'm telling you, I see something here. So with artificial intelligence and misinformation, if we could all come together and lock arms with getting to Miss Carolyn Shruggs, she is the Secretary of Correction of all the prisons here in Maryland, it would be so helpful. So just want to stay active as much as I can, especially since AI. I am scared to death with what's going on out here with so much misinformation and so many things that we old heads don't understand. So bear with us and help us to get the TikTok, the Instagram, and all the things you guys are talking about. A lot of people in our community cannot do or don't know how to do a lot of this. So thank you so much for being there, and please, please keep educating us and be proactive in what's going on today. It's very toxic. Thank you for allowing me to say this.
I have a quick comment statement as we were talking about books. This is for Judge Barber. Would it, does it make sense for us to have some of our quarterly newsletters? We could coordinate with that with Miss Aaliyah Green to distribute in the prison systems. I don't know how that would work, but I'm just putting it out there.
Sure.
So, if I may, it's a delicate dance here with the Department of Correction. And this is my thinking, Ms. Scruggs is the head of that department. It just seems if we could just build a relationship with her to allow this to happen, because it's good information. I mean, it's good information. So yes, I would love to be part of that.
Could you help us build that relationship?
Yes, we're meeting a lot of positive, progressive people behind the walls, but like anything, you have to have permission, and what you can
Yeah.
do over here, you can't do over there. And I was just fortunate enough to get a warden from Dorsey Run that allowed me to bring the books in, and I would like to make a plea to the Quaker group or me or whoever can let them know that this is what we want to do for the future of the guys and gals that are behind the walls with nothing. The libraries are not working as we see fit. I would like to be part of that growth, positive growth to help people to grow. Magazines, we all got laying around, things that, can be utilized, and it's a shortage all over the place. They are doing absolutely nothing behind the walls like I feel they could be better.
Okay. All right. We can talk about that more. So thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. All right. According to my agenda, we're coming to the section of unfinished business. Mary, any unfinished business that we need to tackle or review?
Not that I have recorded. Someone else may know of something. I think we've covered everything.
Yes, I have one unfinished item. I actually, during this meeting today, I did prepare a draft resolution for the branch on behalf of the family of Patrick Fleehardy, and I did send it to the executive committee members for review and consideration.
Okay. The executive committee, we will review and provide our input to you as quickly as possible. Thank you for doing that, Judge Barber. All right. Any other unfinished business from anyone online? Okay. Any new business? Any new business? Seeing none. Well, again, everyone, thank you all for your time. Most importantly, thank you for your hard work. A lot of great information that was presented within these past 2 hours. As you can see, all of our committees are fully active and engaged and working very hard. And that stems from our leadership and President Body. Thank him for all that he's doing to lead by example and to ensure that we are serving our community here in Anne Arundel County, city of Annapolis. Again, thank you all for your support. Are there any go backs or any last minute items before we set to adjourn? Seeing none, I ask for an adjournment at 11:53 a.m. Could I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Mary Dodoni, second by Ms. Claudia Barber. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will be in touch. Again, if you need Free to Fund tickets information, please feel free to reach out and contact me. And with that, thank you all, and have a good rest of your day.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
That'll leave this meeting over. Over here.
You have a stamp I can borrow? No, a stamp, US postage stamp. I don't mean to borrow, but just.
Who all there? Who all there with you?
Me, Ralph, and Gunny.
Oh, okay. I'm glad the
All
three
right.
of y'all. Let me see the room. Let me see the room. Y'all got some food? I'm hungry.
Snack food.
Gunny,
Stop by.
what's up, man? I'm still walking. I gotta walk back to my car.
Yeah. Make sure you drop those pictures, sir.
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
I'm about to end the talk. Thank you.